Prabhupada, some of the things we'll have to do to make this possible. Then I came to the editing department. I said, Prabhupada, right now our editors are too slow. I would like your permission to bring Hayagriva wherever he is in the world, bring him here for those 2 months. Prabhupada said to me, oh, he is excellent. Do it at once, bring him.
Wow.
Bring him, because he is an excellent editor.
Wow.
So, that was in 1975.
Right.
So all this nonsense that Hayagriva was this and that, Prabhupada had great connection with him. So, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, I gave Jayadvaita the 5 volumes of Antya Leela. I gave Hayagriva the 9 volumes of Madhya Leela.
No
Jayadvaita
kidding.
did not finish first.
Oh my Krishna.
So that was part of how the 17-book marathon happened.
Oh.
Prabhupada's blessing on both Hayagriva and Jayadvaita. So Hayagriva has a place within Prabhupada's heart for his books. So there was this one exchange I had with Jayadvaita about him removing a sentence from Prabhupada's purport. I said, you can't really do that because there's a room conversation that was recorded in Bombay, and I have the transcript. There's a wonderful life member in Prabhupada's quarters arguing with Prabhupada that Krishna comes after Lord Ram. You cannot say Lord Ram comes from Krishna if Krishna appears much later. Arguing because his family for generations was devotees of Lord Ram. So Prabhupada says, Gopal, get me Bhagavad-gita. Gopal Krishna hands Prabhupada the Bhagavad-gita on a bridge. Prabhupada opens it immediately to chapter 10, I think it's verse 31, whatever it is, where it says of
wielders of weapons?
Of the wielders of weapon, I am Ram. Now, Prabhupada says, you see this? Now look at this purport. And he reads the purport that this is referring to Lord Ramacandra.
Right.
So there's Prabhupada, knowing it's there, referring to it in preaching, wanting it to be that the world knows Lord Ram comes from Krishna.
Right.
So I went through all of that with Jayadvaita and said, you took out that sentence from the purport. You have to agree to put it back in. He said, no. Other acharyas said, well, maybe it was talking about Lord Parshuram. I said, Jayadvaita, we know what Prabhupada said. We know what he thought it was.
Right.
And we know he acknowledged it and used this in his preaching.
1 million.
So more recently, I wrote to the trustees that this was his greatest mistake on editing. You have to make this happen.
Right.
And then they went back to Jayadvaita and said, no. Hayagriva added that sentence. And that was...
You were right there
that
when
was
Prabhupada showed the...
That was his... No, Gopal Krishna.
Oh, Gopal, okay.
But that was his new argument. It wasn't about maybe Parshuram, maybe this. It was now, oh, Hayagriva added. And the simple answer to that is, so what? If Prabhupada loved it, and if he accepted it,
right,
and if he preached from it,
that's
then
what
it's
it is.
Prabhupada.
That's what it is.
Yes. It doesn't, you can't leave it out. You can't remove Prabhupada words that he himself wanted in there, clearly. So
Maharaj,
before I leave this world,
don't talk about that. I don't want to hear this.
In this body,
okay,
I have to help with some of the editing.
No, totally,
100%.
100%.
So that we want the devotees in our movement to have that great faith again in the BBT. They lost faith because of BBTI, we know that.
Here's the thing.
But they also lost faith because of all the editing.
There's so many reasons. For one thing, they gained faith. It's your resurrection into service to ISKCON. that will give great faith. But not only that, I want to end with this, and I'm not, this isn't for,
please let it in.
Okay, this will not, no, you have to hear this. And these boys need to hear this. Prabhupada one time said to the GBC, none of you none of you have any intelligence.
Not exactly.
Hold on, let me finish.
That's not
And then,
exactly
okay,
right.
but he said none of you. He said, but Rameshwar, he has a little intelligence, but none of you have
How did you say it?
Then say it.
We were talking about many different topics. This was like one of the final GBC meetings with him. And then Prabhupada looked out at all of us and said, amongst all of you, he has a little intelligence. That's how Prabhupada said.
But meaning no one else had any intelligence, right? Right.
Well, I certainly know that Tamal took it that way.
Tamal was very intelligent, though.
Tamal was extremely
Yeah,
intelligent.
just not as nice as you.
But Prabhupada said that, and it was, what can I say?
Hare Krishna.
Now I have to use that. It's Prabhupada's energy, Krishna's energy. Intelligence, until the soul is fully awakened, is just one of Krishna's separated energies. But Krishna can turn it from material to spiritual, back and forth, as long as we're surrendered.
We want the
We
want the 1976 version of Rameshwara.
They want the
Dasa.
Neanderthal.
We
to come
want
out of the ice.
no. We want the caveman back. We want that. That's what we want. The world need no.
Do you know how to turn this
No.
off?
No, he can't.
I have to go
no,
back.
this is.
We're going back.
I've been waiting to ask my question.
Oh,
okay,
I'm
you
being
go.
polite to.
Yeah, he's been.
Hare
Yeah, yeah.
I can beat him.
My not so humble opinion here is that your BBT newsletters, we were like we're waiting with bated breath every
That's a
month.
fact.
You were reporting to us Prabhupada's health, his condition. You were encouraging us to pray for Prabhupada. I think it's vital that those BBT newsletters.
Even earlier ones in the 73s and 74s.
Yeah, they could make a book. So could you please, since you're involved.
Really, actually, those newsletters were our lifeline, actually.
They were my lifeline.
I know, but the point is, you were empowered. You were empowered to write those, and it inspired thousands of devotees to distribute.
And they'll continue to do that. So can you please arrange to publish
These boys are
them?
all here. These boys,
You know,
we got
every now and
hundreds of
then,
thousands.
Prabhupada would write to me
Yeah,
after he had read one of the newsletters.
yeah,
Even Prabhupada read them.
right.
And he, but
That infused the doublet every year. Those
Yeah.
newsletters empowered
Yeah,
all the
there's no question.
Sankirtans
what were some of those?
Listen,
Yes.
what
to
empowered,
double it every
what
year.
empowered all of us is Prabhupada walking this earth, and all of us, falling madly in love with him.
Right.
That's where everything came from.
That's exactly
Our
right.
being madly in love for the first time ever in our 150 trillion years of being floating around this universe. We finally felt what love is.
Yes.
That's what Prabhupada
That's
brought.
it. That's it.
That is what Prabhupada brought to all of us.
So will you please reach out to see about publishing these
I'll do
BBT
what I
newsletters?
can. I'll do what I can.
I hope we can be.
And I hope you'll find the one that you're looking for with all the Sankirtan lines in it. Maybe Vijay Prabhu can help you to find.
I'll do what I can.
Do all of them. Don't just the Sankirtan lines. Every one of them was important. Let me just say, Maharaj, I was in Vrindavan, October 1977, in Prabhupada's room. And Prabhupada, they read the Sankirtan newsletter to Srila Prabhupada. And it was about Vaisheshika and Pragosh were distributing books. And they stayed out, and each of them distributed 150 big books, Bhagavatams and Bhagavad-gitas. And I think Uttama Ashoka may have even been writing,
We were having a special, amazing
Marathon.
competition between New York and Chicago.
Right.
And somehow they won.
Yeah.
I still can't
Yeah.
figure that out.
Well, this wasn't in Chicago. This
We're
was
having a
New York.
meeting?
You ready to go?
Oh, I have to.
Okay.
I have my TOBP service.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu,